This next presentation is concerning our outreach programs the police department has. And so we have members of our public relations unit here, starting from my left. The biggest guy is Captain Josh McCoy. He's the captain of the unit. We have Ethan Hutchins. Ethan Hutchins, you've probably seen him in the news. He's our public information officer, public outreach coordinator, you know, all things, jack of all trades. Next to him, we have the third mustache in the line is Officer Michael Peel. So if you've been through our Citizens Police Academy, if you've been through our Masters Police Academy, if you're part of the Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association, you know who Michael is. He's running all those programs, and now for the last few years, 6 years or so, we have a Spanish Citizens Police Academy to reach out to our Hispanic folks that to build that relationship. Next to him, the fourth mustache in the line is Officer Poole. So Officer Poole is one of our gentlemen that's responsible for starting up a mounted horse patrol. And so he's one of the key factors that got that going. He does a junior police academy. He's kind of our youth outreach person. He's a new person in the unit, so that's something we're really excited about building onto. And our last in line, without the mustache, he tried one for a while, and his wife made him shave it off because, and we voted because it looked awful. Is Sergeant Jordan. I have the microphone so I can pick it. Is Sergeant Jordan Sawyer, and so he's kind of ramrodding. He's the day nuts and bolts guy. He's also kind of my statistician, helping us with a real-time crime center getting off the ground. So I'm going to turn it over to Captain McCoy and let them get going.
Thank you, Chief. I'm Captain McCoy, Josh McCoy, the commander of the Public Relations Unit. Real quick, I'm just going to give a quick overview of kind of who we are, what we offer. This past year, Chief Berryhill made the decision that we were really going to commit some resources to the Public Relations Unit, expand upon it, where we added the sergeant position, Sergeant Sawyer, and then we added the juvenile outreach position. The other two guys, they'd already been a part of the unit. But if you've seen or you've watched us on social media, any of those things, we've really increased and amplified our presence. And then we've added some other opportunities for citizens to get involved in. So each of these guys is going to highlight one of their projects they've been working on over the past year and something else that'll be available for all you guys this next year. Appreciate you guys coming out. We're the most fun unit of the police department. If you have a chance to come hang out with us, you can tell. Thanks to give us a hard time. But we have a lot of fun, so if you see us something, please come up, talk to us. Happy to engage, answer any questions you got. I'm going to turn it over to Sergeant Sawyer real quick.
Hi guys, like you said, I'm Sergeant Sawyer, and you know, you mentioned Chief wanted to really, you know, show the importance of community policing or community outreach. And so my position is a new position. I've been back in the unit as of August, and Chief has really given us the direction and really the leadership to go out and, you know, continue on with the things that we've already been doing, but also to go out there and create new initiatives. So I'm really happy to be a part of this unit. We've got a great team here, and we're doing some really great things. As he said, if you follow us on social media, we're constantly posting different things that we're going to be a part of, and we would love for you guys to come up to us when we're out at any of these events and come and just have a conversation with us. So I just want to thank you guys for showing up and for your time.
Good morning. How are you guys? As they mentioned, my name is Ethan Hutchins. I am the Public Information Coordinator for Broken Arrow Police, and I have two microphones on right now, so you can hear me doubly this morning. I have the clicker, so I'm going to start the slides off. So this is just a group shot of all of us. This was at our Safety Spooktacular this past October. How many of you guys have ever been to that event before? Awesome. It is a huge event that we have hosted for 20 years, and this was last year. Of course, it was very cold if you were there, terrible weather, and hopefully this October it's a lot better than that. It is a really great opportunity for us to be out in the community with this event and really engage with our public. This is normally the last Saturday in October, so if you've never been there, would invite you to be there this year. And normally we have about 100 booths out on Main Street with bounce houses, free food, just live music, a really great time to talk to our citizens about crime prevention and really have a great time fellowshipping. So, as you have seen, we have Captain McCoy, Sergeant Sawyer, Officer Poole, Officer Pill, and myself, and that is us. So, a little bit about the Public Relations Unit. We are responsible for everything public relations with Broken Arrow Police. So you'll see us a lot in the community at events. We try and go to as many that we can throughout the city. We also host our own events, and I believe we have a brochure being passed out to you guys that I'll go into detail on in a second, but a lot of our events, really the big ones that we host as a department, are in here. But beyond the events that we actually host as a department, we go to a lot of other city events. We also go into Tulsa a lot, and we partner with other agencies on community relations. So if you really go out to any community event, you're likely to see us out there in some capacity. So the benefit of having a public relations unit is that it really does improve the communications between the department and the city. We are pretty much what you could call liaisons between the city and the department, because you all have interactions with police officers that you see out in the community patrolling, but we offer you the opportunity to have more one-on-one interaction with officers, right? Like if you have questions about crime prevention, that's, maybe you have some crimes going on in your neighborhood, we can come out to your neighborhoods and have meetings and talk about crime prevention, offer you some suggestions that you can implement to make it safer in your neighborhood. We also talk to businesses a lot. If they're having issues with crime, we'll talk to them. We also attend a lot of merchant meetings like New Orleans Square and the Rose District, talk to business owners about what they can be doing to better secure their facilities. So we offer really our expertise in crime prevention, because I'm not an officer. I come from a background in journalism, but we have 4 officers here that are in our unit, and they come from different backgrounds within the department. So if you have questions about crime prevention, you can pick their brain, you can talk to us at different events, different neighborhood meetings, and really gain some insight on what you can do as a homeowner or a business owner to better secure, like I mentioned, your house or your business. So we have several different outreach efforts on here. Our Citizens Police Academy is very popular. How many of you guys have been through that before? 3. There you go. That's awesome. The rest of you who have not need to enroll. Officer Pill will talk about that momentarily. It is a great opportunity to understand exactly what officers go through. So I took it my first year I was hired, and it really gives you the insight on the quick decisions that officers have to make that most of the times are picked apart on social media, right? We'll see that video that's gone viral, and people will be a keyboard warrior, kind of figuring out, well, why did they do that? Why did they make that decision? Well, when you go through the Citizens Police Academy, you understand that they have a really tough job. They have to make decisions that can have life-altering results. And going through the different scenarios Officer Pill puts together, it really does give you an understanding. So if you've never been through that academy, and again, he'll talk about it in a second, I would highly recommend it. Our youth outreach officer, Officer Poole, he'll go into detail here in a second about his junior police academy. How many of you have kids who have been through that before? Okay. So Officer Poole has a new approach to that academy he'll talk about, and it's going to be during the summer. It is very much a great program for somebody who's looking to get into law enforcement, right? Like, you understand exactly what our officers do early on, and you can follow along with the department throughout the years once you graduate from that academy, and potentially you can become an officer someday. It's a very immersive experience, and again, I'll let him talk about that here in a second. Finally, community engagement is a very big part of what we do besides crime prevention. Oh, does that work? There you go. it's a very big part of what we do as a public relations unit, because we can speak about crime prevention all day long, but a very important part of what we do is just getting out in the community and engaging with people, showing that just because they have a gun and a badge doesn't mean that they're not just like you. We're all human. We all live, in a safe community. We want to have a safe neighborhood around us, and we're invested in what you guys want too. So that's why it's so important for us to be in the community and talking with our citizens. So if you follow us on social media, find out when the next event is that we're going to be at. Come talk to us. We're open to listening to you and understanding where you're coming from. And if you have ideas of what we can be doing better, or you just want to take a picture with us, we'll be out there, and we're very much invested in this community. Again, kind of going back to crime prevention, some of the different things that we do: neighborhood meetings, neighborhood cleanups, car seat checks. That's every first Thursday of the month at Station 6, at Nienhuis. So that is a really great opportunity. If you need to get your car seat checked, you can go through a drive-through lane. Safe Kids is the one that operates that, along with a couple of our officers. Really great opportunity. It's also offered throughout different communities like Tulsa. Business site walks. As I mentioned, if you have any issues going on in your business that you'd like us to come and do a site walk, we can do that. Case in point, a few months ago, Rocket Fizz off Main Street was having some issues with larcenies. So we went over and we spoke with them. We offered some suggestions of what they can do to deter crime from happening. Maybe positioning some shelves in different areas where they can have a clear view of the door. Maybe installing security cameras. Maybe meeting the person at the door like Quick Trip does. Every time you welcome Quick Trip, they're asking how you're doing. They're identifying the people coming into their business so that they know who's inside their business. So we can come to your business and we can suggest things that maybe you haven't thought of to better secure your business. Sorry, I'm saying business a lot, but you know what I mean. Personal safety presentations. If you have a neighborhood that's experiencing car break-ins, any kind of vandalism, suspicious activity, we can come out to your HOA meeting or just a neighborhood meeting in general if you don't have an HOA, kind of give you some tips on what you can do. I'd like to invite you to open this brochure real quick. Inside is a new program called crimemapping.com. How many of you have heard about that? Okay. Do you have a question?
Yes. How much of a notice will we need to give if we need you to come to an HOA meeting?
At least 2 weeks. I would say if you can email me when my contact information is right here in the middle, Ethan Hutchins, just give us a 2-week head notice. That way we can get some crime statistics from our crime analyst printed to offer you at the meeting. But until then, I would say crimemapping.com is a fantastic tool for you all to look up. Broken Arrow is one of the only cities in the state that has this tool. It is available to you. It was 6 months back in the past that you can look up information about crime in your neighborhood. You can do like a 2-mile radius, 500 feet radius around your home, find out what crime is going on. It's updated twice a day, and you can also receive alerts. So if you're experiencing car break-ins in your neighborhood, you can be alerted to when those are being reported to us. So that's a fantastic tool for you to use. I'd just take this brochure home with you and look it over. We have all of our information right here on the contact portion, like our non-emergency number. Who knows what that is? Who can say it out loud?
259-8400.
Yeah, you got it in front of you, but it's okay.
I just know it.
There you go. So this is a very great brochure. It has all of our information in it and our programs.
What's the Action Center number then for?
Action Center number is for code enforcement. So if you have anything code enforcement related, potholes, anything that you need to identify, you call that number and they can get you taken care of. Block parties, kind of similar to the Spooktacular, but if you have a block party that you guys host as a neighborhood, you like for us to come out with our cars and our officers and speak with you and speak with the kids, please let us know. It's kind of similar to the HOA meetings. If you guys have those things that you're planning as a neighborhood, please invite us to those. That's a great opportunity for us to come out and speak with you all. Paws on Patrol, we're going to be starting that back up this fall. It's a really cool program that we're going to be handing out bandanas for the dogs and encouraging homeowners to walk the neighborhoods and keep an eye on each other. Because really, you guys are the best natural surveillance that we can have in the neighborhoods beyond video cameras and Ring doorbells. If you're out in your neighborhood and you're walking your dog, or maybe you're just walking at night with your neighbors and exercising, you're keeping an eye on each other's homes. And so that is great for us to have you out in the neighborhoods keeping an eye on stuff and reporting suspicious activity. Yes, sir.
Is Broken Arrow a lot more lenient than Tulsa? Because Broken Arrow, you don't have to necessarily have a tag for your dog, do you? Or registered with the city?
Yeah, the city council just struck that down, so you don't have to register your dog, but what happens is if we catch your dog loose, you pay the same citation for dog at large, all that kind of stuff. And kind of what they had seen is the only people that were registering their dogs
For the ones who are already compliant?
they're the ones who are compliant. And so they've struck that down, but we actually have one of the best shelters around the state. We have a 90% wide release rate through retention or adoption.
Is that one on 51st?
We have people that come in from all over the country to look at our shelter before they build one to see how it's done right. Because you go out there, it's clean, it smells good, the animals are healthy. We pay 2 vets to come out and take care of the animals. And when you adopt them out, it's one of the few shelters where they are chipped, spayed or neutered before they go out the door at a much lower cost that you can do that at a vet.
Right. I see some reports sometimes of somebody walking their neighbor and a dog mauls them to death. I mean, that hasn't happened here.
It's never happened here.
Yeah, but it's still scary.
Yeah.
If I could real fast get through the rest of this PowerPoint, man, we'll get your question answered. I got a couple more guys who need to talk. Just skimming through this. We're also on social media, as I mentioned. We post a lot of videos on there. I'm not sure if this is going to work. This is one of our more recent PSAs that we've done. Just an example of the stuff we do.
Hi, my name is Officer Woods of the Broken Arrow Police Department. Myself and our public relations team want to come to our citizens today and let you guys know how you can prevent yourself from being a victim of auto burglary. The Broken Arrow Police Department has been experiencing an increase in auto burglaries throughout the summer. In May, Broken Arrow Police Department responded to 20 auto burglaries, and in June and July, the numbers rose to 36 each month, resulting in various items stolen, including nearly 20 guns and several vehicles. People are leaving power tools, they're leaving laptops, gift cards, loose cash, and guns inside those vehicles. And that's problematic for us because it's creating crime of opportunity for people. In incidents like these, which typically occur overnight, individuals are targeting newer vehicles, testing the door handles, or breaking a window. Next, we'd like to share a few tips with you on how to avoid becoming a victim. There's a few things that you can do. Removing bags, laptops, power tools, and especially firearms and other items of value can prevent you from becoming a victim. And remember, remove it, lock it, report it. Let's work together to cut down on crime in Broken Arrow.
Hello everyone, I'm Officer Mike Peel. As mentioned earlier, I'm the Public Affairs Officer, have been for almost 6 years now. What I wanted to highlight is our Citizens Police Academy. So we have 3 academies for adults. If you haven't been through, and we have 3 that have in here already, but we'd love to have you come out. It's the basic program is 12 weeks. We meet once a week on Tuesday evenings. So you won't miss Monday night football, you won't miss Wednesday night church. Every week is something new and different, a different component of the police department, and everything is taught by subject matter experts. So when you come to the canine night, you're going to have the canine unit officers teaching that class. We try to make it as interactive as possible to give you the opportunity to kind of get into the shoes of an officer, what we see, what we deal with. So it's not all classroom. You won't go and just sit and be lectured to for 3 hours. It's very interactive. We try to get you up moving. We have role play exercises. You get to actually do the drug test kit. You'll get to fire our police weapons on the range. So we try to make it as immersive as possible. It's very conversational, so if you have questions, you can ask those. We can delve into whatever topics you want to at the classes. All the classes are free. We provide snacks and water, soda pop during the classes. You have to be 18 to attend, and that's really the only requirements. We do a background check, so you can feel comfortable in the class knowing that everyone in there is, you're not going to have any MS-13 gang members. It's going to be a safe environment, safe learning environment, and we have a lot of fun with our classes. Everyone who goes through those classes, either the basic, the CPA in Spanish, or if you graduate either of those, you're eligible for the master's class. You then become eligible to become a member of our Citizen Police Academy Alumni Association. That's a 501c3 organization that supports the police department. That's where we get our volunteer base from. They meet once a month and have guest speakers, so you also have that opportunity to kind of continue in that Citizen Police Academy mold without having to go back through the classes. So, any questions on any of that? Yes, sir.
Do you guys have a ride-along program?
We do have a ride-along program. So as a citizen, as a resident of Broken Arrow, you can fill out an application. They do a background on that as well. You can come out and ride with one of our officers for 5 hours. If you graduate the CPA, you can actually go a couple times a year on the ride-along. So it does give you that opportunity as well. We also have a sit-along program for someone that's interested maybe in becoming a police dispatcher, communications officer. You can come in and you wear headphones so you can hear everything that the dispatcher is hearing and saying on the radio. You just don't get to chime in. If anyone's interested, I have applications. If you speak Spanish, I have applications for the Spanish CPA as well. But I would love to have you guys come out and enjoy it and give us back. We learn as much as we teach in these academies, because a lot of topics that are brought up, a lot of stuff that citizens want answers to or have preconceived notions about, we're able to address those things, and it allows us to better serve our community. We know what's important to our citizens. So that's big for us too.
Does Broken Arrow have a mandatory retirement age, like 11 ages?
For police?
Yes.
Does police?
For fire?
Just on the hiring process, for our pension system, you can only be 45 years of age to come into it, but after that, there's no age out. You should be physically capable.
Yes.
Speed round, buddy.
There are some of the photos there for his Citizens Police Academy. It's very interactive. It's a great program. I'm actually mirroring some of that for the youth. I'm a second-generation police officer, so I grew up on first-name basis with a lot of police officers in my dad's agency that he worked at, and I grew up with a passion for that. You know, I want other kids to have that same passion, that same understanding that we're human. They can look at us just like a neighbor, a friend, anything they might need. In the past, we've done the Junior Police Academy a little bit younger. This time it's going to be freshmen through seniors. Kind of a pathway from where they are in high school, maybe they're looking for career avenues, to maybe into Peel's Citizens Police Academy. Kind of like a prereq. If they're that 16, 17-year-old kid that is very mature for their age and wants more, wants to be invested more in the city, Peel's giving them the opportunity, hey, if you go through this successfully, you accomplish what Officer Poole's put you through, we might have a seat for you for the Citizens Police Academy. Another thing that I'm passionate about is how many times, I know everybody in here's probably had kids that have started driving. What's the first thing a kid does when they get pulled over? They immediately start crying. We want to bridge that gap. We want to give them a little bit of education on our vehicle stops. We have a national safety office program that we can put through for defensive driving. It's a quick 2-3 hour class. We do some mock traffic stops. Also, we want to get narcotics education out there. We have an opioid epidemic throughout the nation, really, but we want to try to cover some of that here. Also, we want to cover internet safety, you know, Snapchat, We don't know who they're talking to on the other end of that. We want to educate them. We can't be mad at our kids if they don't know who they're talking to or if they don't know what they're doing is wrong. So we have a lot planned coming up. The Junior Police Academy is the first week of June this year. It's going to be the first time we run it, like I said, freshmen through seniors. So please be looking out. If you have niece, nephew, family friend that has a want to be in some kind of public service, send them my way. I'm going to turn it back over to Captain McCoy and we'll get out of here.
I appreciate you guys stepping in for this morning. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Shocker, our former journalist, he had a stride. Peacock's got to fly, so we did. But we've got a lot more information. We just scratched the surface on this today. The table's out here to the left. Please stop by to visit with us or reach out anytime. HOA, we'd be happy to come out, visit with any HOAs in the community and talk about our resources. All right, you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend.